In this video, I will explain the installing procedure of the automobile dashcam and a review of the product. The dashcam I'm installing is from Kenwood and the model is DRV-MR745. Cigar socket cord is included, but in this video I'm getting the power from the fuse box. A few items are required besides the dashcam itself. To get the power from the fuse box, it is required to purchase cigar-250 cable. cigar-350 cable is required if you wish to have your camera active when a car is parked. Low profile plug-in fuse also is necessary. The car I am installing is Honda Fit Shuttle Hybrid. The first thing I'm doing is to find where the fuse box is. For this car, it can be found just under the steering wheel, slightly to the right. Now let's look at the diagram and the actual fuse box side by side. I would like to install it to the fuse where the power is active only when the key is on. If you are using the cigar-350 cable instead of cigar-250 cable, you need to also find the fuse where the power is always running. Let's use the electrical tester to find the right fuse. I'm looking for the fuse where the ACC power is. Ground point can be found behind the fuse box where the bolt is. I found the ACC power at the 7.5 ampere fuse, which is number 14 in the diagram. Let's turn the key on and off to see the change in the voltage level. Now let's plug in the blade fuse and also connect the black line to the ground point. Sorry, my visual isn't best for viewer. It's dark and unfocused. I hope you still can see what I'm doing. After wiring them, let's turn the key on to check if the dashcam is working properly. And it's working. Great! Let's start stripping the cosmetic pieces of the interior and the rubber seals around the A-pillar so I can hide the cables. Plastic parts in the interior usually are just snap-on parts, so they come off easily by pulling them. Cables actually are really long. It's made long enough so it can be used for the minivan. If you are installing a dual camera dashcam like mine to a sedan or a compact car, you need to find a place where you can store the excess cable. For me, the cable that goes to the rear camera was really long, so I hid it in the D pillar, which is the rearmost pillar next to the hatchback. Once the rear camera is installed, let's check the cable slack at the hatchback door. It looks good. It's all done now. Let's go for a test ride. Here's the view from the front camera. The bluish tone you see at the top is the tint of the windshield. It's not the color of the sky. As you can see, it got a wide-angle lens and you can even see the dashboard. Resolution is high enough to see the license plate numbers. Well, they are legible as long as they are not too far away. Motion is smooth and I'm not seeing a lot of jumps between the frames. The frame rate is 27.5 frames per second, both on front and rear cameras. I believe it's made this way so it won't synchronize with the LED traffic lights. Here is the rear view. Resolution is the same between front and the rear cameras, but the rear camera looks much better than the front camera. I guess the angle and the tint of the windshield affects a lot on the video quality, so you may want to consider that when you get one of your own. Now driving at night. Once again, the tint of the windshield makes the top really dark. It looks pretty good, but it doesn't look as crisp as the daytime. This is nothing unusual. I think the small letters like the license plate numbers are only legible when the vehicle is right in front of you. Now the rear view. As you can see, the last digit of the license plate number of the vehicle behind me is 5. It's hard to recognize once I start moving though. I had sprinkles while driving, so the spots that you're seeing on the windshield are the raindrops. If you're driving under a dry condition, you will be seeing things much better. The overall quality of this dash cam is very good. It's totally capable of recording the accidents and you should be able to defend yourself when that happens. Reflections and raindrops affects a lot as I already mentioned, so you may want to keep the windshield as clean as possible if you wish to record it at its highest quality. I am going ahead and post the data sheet at the end. Thanks for watching and I see you again soon.